You're planning the date. You choose the restaurant. You text first. You notice what she's wearing. You hold eye contact a little longer. There's effort. There's mystery. There's tension. She feels chosen. You feel alive. Now fast forward. 6 months later. You're on the same couch. Same takeout place. Same routine. You still care. But something is quieter. She says it gently at first. I feel like something's off. You hear. I'm losing her. Your chest tightens. You panic. You try harder for a week. Then it fades again. And somewhere inside you start believing. Attraction just fades. That's normal.
No.
Here's your first shift. Attraction doesn't fade. Intentionality fades. In the beginning, you were present. Later, you became comfortable. Comfort is beautiful in love. But comfort without growth becomes complacency. And complacency kills polarity. Now imagine this scene. Early relationship. You're leaning forward, asking questions, playful teasing, planning the next move. Now imagine later. You're leaning back, half listening, scrolling your phone. Same man, different energy. She feels that. Not because she's dramatic, because emotional leadership changed. And here's something most men never hear. Women don't crave constant excitement. They crave continued presence. Presence is leadership. Leadership isn't dominance. It's direction. In the beginning, you directed the connection. Over time, you assumed it would run itself. That's your second shift. Long-term attraction does not just work. It's built, just like your career, your fitness, your finances. But for some reason, men believe love should operate on autopilot. It won't. Now, let's zoom in on what actually happens. She says she feels disconnected. You hear criticism. So you defend. Or you withdraw. Or you cling. None of those rebuild spark. Because spark doesn't return through panic. It returns through polarity. Polarity requires
growth,
challenge, freshness, emotional depth. Here's a truth that may surprise you. Women feel most attracted long-term when their man continues evolving, when he's expanding his world, when he has direction beyond the relationship, when he leads shared experiences instead of reacting to emotional shifts. Now picture this scene. You're sitting across from her at dinner. Instead of the usual routine, you say, "Next month, we're taking a weekend trip. I've got ideas." That's leadership.
Or,
"I've been thinking about something new I want to build." That's growth. Attraction is deeply connected to admiration. Admiration fades when stagnation sets in. And stagnation can hide inside comfort. Now, let's address the fear underneath. When she pulls back slightly, you panic. You overtext. You overexplain. You overapologize. Or you shut down. That fear comes from one belief. If I lose her, I failed. So instead of staying grounded, you become reactive. And reaction weakens polarity. Here's your third shift. Clinging doesn't save attraction. Calm direction does. When she feels distance, instead of asking, "Are we okay? Do you still love me?" Try this. "I sense we've both gotten comfortable. Let's shake it up." That's leadership, not panic. Leadership signals strength. Strength reignites attraction. Now, let's bring humor in. You say you miss the spark. But when was the last time you created a new experience together? Right now your relationship might be running on Netflix,
dinner,
sleep,
repeat.
That's not romance. That's a roommate subscription plan. Spark doesn't disappear. It suffocates under predictability. Now here's something deeper. In the beginning, you were curious about her. Over time, you assumed you knew her. But people evolve. If you stop discovering her, she feels unseen. And when a woman feels unseen, she disconnects emotionally first. Physical attraction often follows emotional disconnection. So here's something practical. Every week, ask one new question you've never asked before. Not surface level. Not logistics. Something deeper. What's something you've been thinking about but haven't said? That reopens curiosity. Curiosity builds connection. Connection builds spark. And here's another step. Rebuild tension intentionally. Not through games. through polarity. Flirt again. Tease again. Touch with intention again. Look at her like you did in month 1. That look?
It mattered.
Now, let's be honest. Part of you believed love should stabilize into comfort and stay there. But long-term attraction requires movement. Growth creates mystery. Mystery sustains desire. And when you stop growing, the relationship feels flat. Not because love is gone, but because evolution stopped. So, here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, lead one new experience per week. Ask one deeper question per week. Pursue one personal growth goal visibly. Watch what shifts. Watch how her energy responds. Because when a man expands, attraction expands with him. And in the next video, I'll break down the subtle signs she's emotionally disconnecting before she ever says it, so you can lead before panic sets in. Subscribe if you're done letting spark fade. Watch the next video if you're ready to lead long-term. Because love doesn't die from time. It dies from stagnation. And you were never meant to stagnate.